You probably thought this video would be about the new Smash game getting announced, but psych nigga, you thought. Anyway, you clicked on this video, you seen the title of it. Are humans really that offensive to the Sonic series? For a long time, no one really had a problem with humans, and I guess in recent years where fans have just become a little more nitpicky about what they want in Sonic games, now SEGA start to listen about that. We haven't seen a human in a Sonic game in quite some time, I think since Unleashed. I don't even think Generations, which was like a celebration of all Sonic games, when we got to like the adventure stuff, we didn't even see the humans or anything. So everything has just been really like Lost World-ish, kinda, how everything is just animals and shit now. So that is really interesting, but yeah, like fans don't like humans at this point. We have three major humans. We have Maria Robotnik, we have Chris Thorndyke, and Princess Elise. These are the three biggest humans by far, and I guess people don't really like these three. And for myself, I'm gonna just, I guess, talk about each one real quick, give my opinions like on humans being in these games. Anyway, Maria Robotnik, which a lot of people like to compare to Princess Elise. You already know who Princess Elise is. People like to think that there is a love interest. Now, yes, when Shadow reawoken in SE2, all he could think about was Maria, and how the last thing he seen was her dying. You know, it was pretty much implied. So like people assume that he was just madly in love with her. I don't know, man. Like how I see it, if I had someone I was really close with, remember that Shadow, the only people ever that he seen was Maria and what's his face, Gerald Robotnik. So like the person that he's close with, these are the only two people he's ever seen in his life, and he's close with them. If that person died, would you not be like thinking about them? I don't know, man. I never really seen the love interest thing. Yes, they have their little times when they talk about going to Earth and stuff. They had like really close moments, but I don't really see the love interest. I never really did. So I don't think Maria is at all like offensive. She's just like a friend of Shadow, you know. And then we move on to Chris Thorndyke. Chris Thorndyke, man. Yes, he is a little bitch and he is a whiny kid. But, you know, Sonic X, Chris Thorndyke, he was supposed to be like the one we related with. And I find that people do give him shit for being a whiny kid. But I feel like any of us, when we're at that age, we're all the same age as like Chris at the time. I thought to myself, like, when I was 8 years old, if I'd have met Sonic the Hedgehog, would I not like beg for him to stay there and like do all that shit he did? I know he's a whiny little shit, but I feel like a lot of kids would have been exactly like he was. He was a spoiled brat, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like the only thing I say with Chris is that he should have had less screen time. That's just me. You know, I care about Sonic characters, not Chris and his friends. But yeah, Chris, I don't think is really that offensive either. And finally, we move on into the big one, Princess Elise, the infamous kiss, all that kind of shit, dude. My problem with Elise, yes, when I first played 06, I was maybe 13, maybe, yeah, around that age. I didn't really have as big of a problem as other people did, I guess, when she kissed him. I didn't really see the problem with it until I got a little bit older, and when I did, I did get offended by it, yes. But I guess my bigger problem with it, not the kiss itself, is just how it leads up to it. Like everything is kind of implied that they're just friends and stuff, and then there's this kiss, you know, kind of pisses me off. I know it pissed me off. But the way that they should have handled Elise, my biggest thing with Elise, my friend Steven Uck said this at one point. They should have handled Elise just like they handled Helen in Sonic X, the kid who was in the wheelchair. You know, she like Elise was like this depressed person. You know, I guess she was kind of depressed, whatever the fuck. But you know, Sonic was making her smile. You know, he taught her to smile and all that kind of stuff. And they could have just left it at that. You know, it should have just been just like what Helen is, like what they did with that. And that is like one of the most beloved moments of Sonic X when you look back. But those are the three biggest humans in the series, and what I think humans should be in the Sonic series at this point is pretty much like how they were in Unleashed. I really would like to see humans stay in the Sonic series. It doesn't look like they will because we haven't seen them since Unleashed. But if we could get them back, then that'd be great. I feel like they were never a huge issue. I feel like they gave Sonic more, I guess, like a personality as a series than them not being there. But that's just me, you know. It's kind of like Mega Man and Mega Man X in a way. How classic Sonic didn't have humans, and then you have like the more adulterated, more what's the word, like edgier, whatever the fuck Sonic, like just matured. I feel like that was nice for that series, and that's just how I see it. Anyway, let me know y'all's comments down below. What do you feel about humans being in the Sonic series? Do you think that they are offensive, or do you think that they were, you know, a nice, I guess like a nice bit of personality for the series? I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments, and peace.
What's the matter? Feeling blue? Does this record bother you? Does this record bother you? Does this bother you?